the one in the middle is the one that I want.
Nobody else is here?
Yeah. There you go. So let's get the invitations. See. All right, so it's already on the board. Back to the screen. You got fire, you got coffee. Yeah. Good morning, Jillian and Linda. Good going. Hey, Linda, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Good morning. We'll let a few more folks get online here and then we'll get started. We're hanging out in Mount Hood.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jillian. How are you doing?
I'm well, thanks.
And we have a third guest this morning here. You can introduce yourself. They don't know your name unless you tell them.
My name's Leah.
There you go. His name is Eli.
Hi.
So we have Eli with us this morning. So we're having coffee and sitting here in a nice little resort out Mount Hood. So we're getting ready to go up a couple thousand feet to some type of natural historic lodge this morning. Good morning, Steve. See you this morning. How you doing, buddy? He's driving right now, so he probably can't come there.
Good morning. Got to go pick up the wife and her girlfriends from the airport. They coming back from a 10-day extravaganza.
All right, sounds good. All right.
On, Sammy.
We'll get a few more folks online here, and then we'll get started. We're going to
No problem getting on.
I see.
You got some problems coming on?
Yeah, but then you sent the new code and I got in that way.
Well,
Yeah,
the
it was same here, Steve.
Yeah.
So is the other code not working?
Yeah, the last one you just sent, the one, what is it, 1Z or something like that? That's the one that works. The VDX4YK does not work.
All right, so I'll just have to update the system. So that's why we always send the new ones. Zoom sometimes changes them on me, and I don't know why that happens, but we'll figure it out. So
How would you respond to that? Because you're from a different IP address?
from a different IP address, maybe so. Yeah.
Very good. Good morning to both of you. I'm going to put you on mute now.
Okay. All right.
Who wants all the way to Olivia?
Oh, well, Olivia, no, Olivia is more interested in having her breakfast bar. All right, so we'll get started this morning. One of the most important things we focus on here and prepping the objective is focusing on, let's see if I can get back to it, see everyone. Yeah, so I'm on a mobile this morning, so a little bit different layout. Oh, that's the one, okay. So it's always good when I have a millennial to help good old dad here look for the right screen. So good stuff here. Hey, Block, I can see you there this morning. Good morning. And comes David jumping online with us. So the most important thing to get through here.
Hi, David.
Okay, Mason. So yeah, I call my grandson. He looks so much like my son when he was the same age. I mix up and call Eli. It's just crazy. So the key thing that we focus on here every single morning, and the reason why we do the PTO meeting every single Monday morning, you're starting your week with the best mindset is how you let's see if I can get, if you got background right now, let me see if I can get you to mute here.
Everybody stirred with coffee.
I know. It's okay. We're gonna- we'll figure it just a second. There we go. I think we got it now. Okay, cool. All right, learning how to use this mobile here. And oh, let's see. Back in there. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we're good. Okay, so the thing that we want to focus on today is spending our time again focusing on being grateful, because part of the process of being grateful starts your mindset and gives you a 31% increase in productivity. So before every one of the meetings that you start, whether it's a virtual Zoom or an individual Zoom, you want to focus on having everyone go around the table and give something that they're thankful for. So the value of that, the value of that is not just the 31% increase in productivity that everybody's improved.
Puppy?
He went outside because he's being distracted.
Puppy.
So the whole focus of a 31% increase in productivity, when we look at Shawn Achor, I was watching something of him today talking about his newest book, not just the happiness advantage. It came out about 10 years ago. It's one of the processes that start with your morning perspective. The morning perspective of being grateful, but it's the collaborative effect of what we're doing as a unit or as a family or as a team increases and change your perspective in doing one of those big things. You know how we talk about having to let good things fail in order to do great things. And the important part of that is if you try to do all of these things by yourself, you're going to increase your own difficulty level. I don't speak that. I think that was French there. So the point with Shawn Achor's new book that he was just talking about here, I watched it again this morning. I'll send you the link here on the replay. But the point is you want to create a team around you wherever you're going. And that team may be your own immediate family, maybe your family or your team that you work with that's in your business, or it may be something even larger that you have a group that's across social media. But here's the concept. It's the collaborative value of climbing the mountain as a group, as a team. And so Shawn Achor gives some of his advice as his research. He was working with a trauma hospital in Orlando, and it turned out to be the same trauma hospital that had that big nightclub shooting in it about a year and a half ago. It's the second largest, traumatic event here in the United States of where people were having large public shooting. And they all ended up going to the same trauma hospital. Well, go back about 3 years prior to that. And he had come to there talking about the happiness advantage. We talked about the value of collaboration. And so these are high-end medical professionals that decided to listen to what research they should do together. And they decided to start every one of their meetings, every single time they got together, with everyone going around the room giving something grateful for. And the result of this was they were prepared. They had planned, practiced, and prepared. And so when it came time to perform and be able to handle something with such a horrific traumatic shooting, they had already prepped their mindset to be able to work together as a team cohesively and be able to handle such tragedy because they had prepared themselves from a mindset standpoint. Okay, so does everybody understand that? Everybody hear me okay? Good? So you could, Blanca, you're saying you're having a little bit of problem hearing me? No, you're good. Okay, all right. So one of the things we can do here, if you guys want to go off mute for just a second, I'm going to start and I'm going to give something that I'm thankful for. And then I'm going to let each one of you go kind of around the room, if you will. And you can unmute yourself and tell me about the one thing that you're most grateful for. And that's how we'll start a meeting here. That's how Shawn starts a meeting. That's how he works with all of his clients. He works with about 50% of the Fortune 100 clients just in the United States, not including abroad. And so what I'm doing is I'm I'm wanting to incorporate a proven time-tested practice that not only does becoming thankful and being grateful increase your performance by 30%, but it increases your team's ability to accomplish your goals by 20%. It changes your perspective. Okay, so the thing that I am most grateful for this morning is not just being in a beautiful place, but being in a beautiful place here in Mount Hood, Oregon, with my family. So I'm here with Amy, and got my dog Blair with me and my grandson Eli, and we're all hanging out. We came up here yesterday. It was probably about a 2.5 hours ride. Stopped at this great little lake lodge and had some huckleberries, granola, and yogurt, and we sat in the middle of this big fire and we did a puzzle on the ground. Okay, so that just being with family and incredible thing like that is the thing that I'm most thankful for this morning. So I'd like to jump in here and do the same thing. Turn yourself off mute and come over.
I'll jump in.
Go ahead.
So I actually have started doing this for quite a while, but this morning I was just thinking I'm most grateful for is family, kind of like Steve, like family, but my daughter had lost her husband September of 2 years ago. And with that, she had also had a stepson that she had raised. He's 12 now, but she'd raised him for 7 years, and he went back with his mom. And so it was like she lost a child, and she had just lost herself. But you know, she's had to deal with a lot of family drama and what have you. But this morning, she sent me just a peaceful, we all got together, the families got together, but she just sent me this message. She was supposed to have him for Thanksgiving. And she said, by the way, we're not having him. And she said, that's just how it goes. And, just like I was thankful that we found peace, and I can see her growing, and the family is kind of coming together in a peaceful way and just growing.
Good. Thank you, Patty, for contributing. Thank you for that message this morning. Appreciate you. And I'm going to jump to Blanca. I saw you, Blanca, you put your hand up next, so you jump in here.
Sure. Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Great. Good morning, everybody, and many blessings to you all. I am grateful for health and progress. Definitely grateful to be here, grateful for all of you, all of us, and grateful to have a place called home. That's my share.
Cheers. That's really nice. Thank you. And I was going to say, I saw Lorne, you just come on, so welcome to us. What we're doing is just going around, I guess you call it our virtual room here, and giving something that we're grateful for. I'm not going to put you on the spot. I'm
thankful for coffee. I have a crazy 3-year-old, and he slept in until 5:17 this morning.
Right.
So
yeah, sometimes it's earlier than that.
And advanced from 4:30 yesterday.
Right.
And 3 o'clock today to 4.
Yeah.
So
it's the little things that are important. Being able to have a little extra moment to yourself with a hot cup of coffee. In fact, isn't that what you was it last Christmas whenever I got you you bought a
he did. He bought me an Ember coffee mug last year for Christmas, so that I could try to keep my coffee hot, because I get so distracted in the mornings with everything that ensues from a 3-year-old. So hot coffee. I'm thankful for hot coffee.
Hot coffee. There you go. Hot coffee. There you go. All right. So who's next? Jump in here and tell us what you're thankful for. Okay, Linda, and then Steve.
Hi, I'm very grateful. My college daughter came home yesterday, so she'll be home for the holiday weekend, and she's much healthier than she has been for most of the year. So I'm happy about that. We still have, some issues going on, but she's much healthier. So I'm glad my family's all around me, and wonderfully grateful for this family as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Linda. And we're grateful to have you here as well. Awesome.
Thank you.
Good morning. And Steve, jump in here, buddy.
You hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, sir.
Okay. I am grateful for my health, because during a 60-day challenge I was having with our company,
Mhm.
I ended up getting really sick with a bad viral infection, upper in the chest and all that.
Right.
My wife thinks it was COVID, even though I got tested twice, but they barely even touched my nose with that thing. So even if I did have it, now I'm immune to it. So cool. But I'm grateful that I'm back on track and full speed ahead now. I've already got my workout in today. I've already got my mile in, and
Headed to the airport.
it's just so good. And as I was going through it, even though I was getting back,
Mhm.
I came to a thing of simplicity. It's all about simplicity, because in order for you to speed up, you have to take slow steps.
Mhm.
And the good Lord put his hand on me and said, slow down.
Right.
And then that was the way I was able to accelerate getting better, by slowing down, even though it was driving me crazy because I was in the challenge in that. I ended up getting 17th out of 2,135. But then I was thinking to myself, wow, I could even did better. But then I said, well, thank you for what I got, because I missed our trip to Vegas, but that's okay. You know, it cost me some money. That's okay. My health's back now, and that's what I'm grateful for. And I'm grateful every time I open these eyes in the morning to be able to bless someone else, because that's the meaning of giving of ourselves, because everybody going through a lot of stuff nowadays, we can go through it a lot better if we're together. So that's what I'm grateful for.
Absolutely. Thank you, Steve. I'm glad you are feeling better, my friend. Good stuff.
Thank you.
All right, let's see who else. You can just take yourself off mute if you want to jump in here. And
Hello.
I can hear you, Maria. Good morning.
Yes, I am grateful for my family. My daughter, she was graduated last Saturday
All
as
right.
engineer.
Okay.
And I also had in the last month, I have a granddaughter with 30 days now. Thank you.
Right. Congratulations. Congratulations
Thank
both
you.
for your daughter graduating as an engineer and for your new granddaughter. Congratulations. Awesome. Good stuff. All right. Let's see who else we have here. Heather, do you want to jump in here?
Okay.
How are you doing?
How am I doing? I'm getting my act together.
We're
Um,
all working on that, Heather. That's an ongoing process, you know.
yes, I'm continuously getting my act together.
Right.
I'm grateful for friends that push me.
Mhm.
I'm grateful for my daughter, who's always reminding me when I'm speaking a negative phrase.
Mhm.
And she's moving here. She and her husband are moving. They're selling their house in Bremerton, Washington. As soon as that gets sold, then they're moving here. And I'm so grateful for my family
Mhm.
who support me and prod me and keep me going.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, we're always glad that you're here with us, and thank you for always being here and contributing too, Heather. You're wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. So let's see, who else do we have here? Some people.
Hi.
Jump in here.
Yeah, it's Jillian.
Hey, Jillian, go ahead. Yeah.
Hi. I am grateful for this mild weather that we're having up north in Calgary in Canada. It makes power walking and being outside and making the days a lot easier.
Awesome. That's excellent. So you're having a little bit milder winter right now for the moment, huh?
Oh my goodness, for the moment, this has been ridiculously warm the whole entire time.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you for contributing here. And let's see, who else do we need to add in here? David, if you can jump in here and tell us what you're grateful for. If you're at a place where you can do that, sometimes, Larnie, I know you might also be at work early this morning, but if you can jump in here and turn yourself off mute, you can just share with us. If not, let's see, I think you've got, everybody's already gone around the room. Okay, cool. All right. All right, so the value of doing this is being brave enough, I'm actually going to walk outside here when we're finishing our call together and show you this, the mountains here in Oregon. Being that I'm a Texas guy, we're not used to having something like this, so it's a unique element here. So this is right outside. You'll see that mountain sitting right here. This is just right outside the condo. It's just beautiful. The last night, you can kind of see out here. Really beautiful. So being grateful and being able to be in the moment, I think that's one of the most important things. If you've done any meditation and you understand the value of what meditation is changing your mindset from always living in the past or fretting about the future. And think about this. Most of us, when we think about our past, the things that we tend to think about more often than not are things that are negative, things that didn't come out the way we wanted. And sometimes life doesn't hand us the perfect environment. And sometimes we continue to carry forward how we re-remember. I'm using the word intentionally, re-remember, because the way we remember our past is not the way the past actually happened. And I'm not going to jump into all this on this call, but I've done a lot of research and a lot of study on this and the things that how we have this thing called perception. The reason why we give thanks and we start with gratefulness in the morning is because it focuses us not only into the present moment, but when you're grateful and when you're thankful, it changes the perspective of your mind to focus on those things that are good, positive, and beneficial to us, because not only our self-talk, but just the environment and the world we live in. Steve, you mentioned, the situation with COVID and how much this has changed our entire world. And I think there is no going back to the old normal that we all wish we could. I think we have to learn how to find and move forward with a new normal. Okay, so my point in all of this is gratefulness and thankfulness and collaborating with your team and family like we do here every Monday morning. I'm going to encourage you to find that team every single morning, whether that's other members of your physical family, members of your virtual family like we are, that have a common theme of being authors and sharing our stories with the world. Maybe members of your marketing team, if you're in business or businesses. When you gather together, begin every one of your meetings by focusing on what you're grateful for right now, and that brings you into the present moment. It takes you out of the reimagining of our past and most of the time the negative, fearful worrying about what our future is going to look like. And so if you help yourself with this regular regimen, with this practice, with this routine that will become your ritual, what that will do is it will not only change your life, but it will allow you to be the tip of the spear, the example that helps other people that are around you to create this new habit that brings you to the moment, makes you stop and think, wow, what am I grateful for? I'm looking at this incredible mountain here as the sun is starting to come up over the horizon. I get to spend the day with my family going up to this incredible lodge. I'll put some pictures on Facebook later, but those are things that you have to do. You have to do those to push back against the way life likes to mess up our world. When you are being who you are and you're sharing who you are with your audience, share the messiness, absolutely. Share the setbacks and the difficulties, and share the practice of what you're doing to perform every day so that you are able to have a strategy, a system, it's a routine, it's a regimen, it's a ritual that allows you to create that better start for your day. And what you do is you seed that into other people's lives by telling them the story. And your story is what you're doing real time right now to constantly polish your performance. That's what we're here for. All right. So really glad to see all of you here today. I'm thankful that all of you have been here. Anybody else have anything else you want to contribute about using the morning routine, the prepping, the objective, anything like that you guys want to jump in here on?
This is Heather.
Yes,
So I was on a call
Mhm.
recently or listening to someone speaking, and they were saying that when you're grateful, you are 25% happier
Mhm.
than doing this ritual every morning, that you're 25% happier or a happier person and it increases your happiness by 25%. That's what I'm.
You're exactly right. Mhm. You're right on track. That's what some of the studies, I know there's other people that are done a lot of the study on this, but Shawn Achor out of Harvard is the one that I picked up on a couple of years ago. So I've shared some of his content on the Happiness Advantage. That's the book that he wrote about 10 years ago. And so, I mean, we're talking about actual academic research finding that individuals that begin their meetings, that begin their day with focusing on being grateful, boost their happiness by 31%, increases their productivity by that level, 31%. But it's because of the happiness that you are releasing the endorphins. They found that medical professionals perform better in high risk environments, that even him speaking with one of Marine generals and talking to them about how getting Marine units together and focusing on what they're grateful for. And, in combat zones, that may be that you're grateful for, being here another day, that your unit didn't sustain any casualties yesterday. So it's all about perspective, agreed. And where we're at, we're not in combat zones. We're not sitting here in an environment where we have to worry about indirect fire coming in. Our worst things might be that we have a flat tire on the way to work in the rain, okay? But when we put that into perspective and we take a moment to be thankful and grateful, then not only do we help ourselves be all that we're supposed to be, but we, in doing so, are able to help all those other individuals that we care about by impacting them and influencing them. We help them become their better versions. And that's what this is all about. That's why we're here. That's why we get up early in the morning out here in the cold doing our routines and being on a call like this with other family members. Just remember to be grateful and be thankful. And we got Thanksgiving coming up here. Good point there, Margaret. We got that coming up here. And so that's going to give us an opportunity to be with family, spend an entire day being grateful and thankful. And I'm grateful for each one of you. I'm grateful for having a chance to have met each one of you, that had a chance to watch you grow, watch you become published, watch you move through this entire perspective as you have these aha experiences. We see so many of our new authors and authors only right now launching. And I think it was Josh. I saw him this morning early. Not only did he launch and make it to bestseller #4, but he also ended up in the whole process. He got 2 invites to speak. So, I mean, those are the kind of things that are just life-changing, because that means each one of our messages are going to be able to hit more people's minds and hearts. And if we can do that and touch minds and hearts, then we're going to be able to accomplish what we all began this journey for, and that is to make the world a better place. So, Blanca, I see you there. Grateful for being part of this amazing group. Yes, we're glad for you to be here too as well. So I'm going to go head up the mountain. I'll post some stuff on Facebook later. I love to see you guys posting stuff as well and sharing. And I want each one of you to have a great Thanksgiving. And I'm just so grateful for you to be in my life and make the world a better place. Love you guys. Have a good morning.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Steve.
Steve.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank
Thank you.
Hey
you.
guys, happy Thanksgiving.
Blair and
Happy
Blair
Thanksgiving.
also have a happy
Bye.
Thanksgiving.
Bye.